I went to Dustin Walker's house. The assistant district attorney said the 11-year-old lived there with him, her stepfather, and biological mother, Cherie.
Thank you.
Her next-door neighbor shouted to me nobody was home, so I talked to her instead.
This is getting to me, and I've talked. I said, they're not doing nothing. They're not helping them kids, and I've called.
While I spoke with Cheryl Atkins, I noticed this lady filming across the street, but I continued on with the interview.
They have no running water for the last 2 or 3 years. They have dogs in the house. They have cats in the house. 6 children.
When we got to the home, there was some trash in the yard, a broken window, and a bungee cord holding the door locked.
The oldest is 11, and everybody else is younger.
Once Atkins and I finished our conversation, I approached the woman who's filming.
Hi there.
I found out her name was Michelle, and the 11-year-old's grandmother.
We didn't know this was happening. None of us.
How do you think your granddaughter got pregnant?
She keeps telling us that it was the little 12-year-old boy that I used to keep, I babysat. She keeps telling everybody that it was him. They got curious. That's all I know.
I spoke to Muskoge's assistant district attorney, Janet Hudson.
It's our understanding the child had not seen a doctor in over 1 year.
They keep saying that we knew about my granddaughter's pregnancy, and we did not.
First got word of this case, what was your initial reaction?
I was horror-stricken to find out that it's an 11-year-old little girl who's given birth and that she had no medical care and she had no one to be with her.
This is getting to me, and I've talked. I said, they're not doing nothing. They're not helping them kids, and I've called about the dogs, called about the children.
The assistant district attorney tells me a paternity test has been conducted, and she expects the results within 2 weeks.
We didn't know.
All I like to say is thank goodness that there is still nosy neighbors that live next door. Thank goodness, because even though this woman tried, she tried to call, the Department of Human Services. She tried to call the police to alert that something just wasn't right over there. Nobody came. So on August 16th, this little girl, she has her stepfather's baby. Yes, the paternity test did come back and the DNA checked out that the stepfather had fathered this 11-year-old child's baby. And you mean to tell me that the mother knew, but the grandmother didn't know? This is a little girl walking around the house pregnant at 11 years old, and nobody knew that she was pregnant? Please. And you know what else disgusts me about this whole entire situation? We have 3 people, 3 adults. Now, they all look physically okay. I don't know about mentally, let this type of shit slide by. But they all look physically okay. To the point where, why aren't you guys at least working so that you can keep the water on? The water's been off for 3 years. Not for 3 days. It's been off for 3 entire years. Can you imagine what that house smells like? Can you just imagine? And with the pets in there as well, disgusting. Now, these, I believe, are the children. These are 5 of the children. I believe there's a smaller child, but these are 5 of the children that live there. So, nobody was in school. Not even the 11-year-old is what I'm gathering. I guess she was getting homeschooled, right? I used to put the thumbs down on homeschool until I thought maybe it is a good idea because I don't see them really teaching anything in school anyway. So if you want to teach your child properly, yeah, I'm like, okay, maybe homeschool isn't so bad, especially when children are getting bullied and, wanting to end their lives because of it. So sometimes homeschool is a good idea if you're really going to teach your child. But she's 11 years old and she's not going to school. Now, this abuse has been happening since January to August. No, that's just when he probably I'm not going to even say the word. He probably was abusing her the whole entire time. It's just that she ultimately ended up getting pregnant. Maybe she started menstruating, and this is when she actually got pregnant. It's disgusting because the mother was allowing it, and I'm pretty sure if the mother was allowing it, the grandmother knew as well. And they're trying to blame it on a 12-year-old boy that she used to babysit. I mean, bullshit. The grandmother needs to be arrested as well. And didn't the news reporter say that she was across this street recording her? Like, for what? So you can show your daughter and your son-in-law when they get home who was knocking on... And why was she hiding across the street? Because she lives with them, right next door to the woman that was very concerned about what was going on next door. I mean, so disgusting. I'm glad that they are still incarcerated, and hope that they will continue to be. All the children have been removed from the home. And I remember I was reading a news report earlier today, and it said that this is that child's life. And I beg to differ. I've never been assaulted, when I was younger by an older man like that. Never. Thank goodness it never happened. But I know a lot of people have. And no, this is not that child's life. That child can overcome this. This is a horrible part of her life right now. But she's only 11. It's not downhill from now. She's 11 years old. It's not downhill. I'm not going to even put that on her. Hopefully it's downhill for that mother and that boyfriend and even the grandmother, because, I believe she was in cahoots, and I think she knew a lot more. But as for that 11-year-old girl, it is not downhill for her. This is just a part of her life that, with counseling, the right people involved in her life, she can hopefully get past. I don't know if she's going to be able to, I doubt it, keep this baby. She's 11, and look what happened. I don't know if somebody in the family can take this baby, because look at the family. I'm sorry. Maybe it's better if the child is put up for adoption. It's disgusting. And I'm glad they stopped it now, because I see other little girls that may be his. I'm not sure which ones are his bio children. I know that the 11-year-old girl isn't. So the other ones might be his bio daughters. And I'm pretty sure eventually, if he hadn't already, he was going to start in on them too. What's the difference, right? Between a biological little girl and your own. It's not a difference. Not to men like that. It's not a difference.